consider myself. At times, maybe you get there one day, when about 50, 60, when you are even transiting from youth to what? To old age. And then the first time somebody calls you daddy, and then you'll be looking, are they addressing me or addressing somebody else? Because in your mind, you are still very, very young, and then somebody calling you daddy, and then when that becomes, at times again, when you are ready to move in your energy that you used to, and you find yourself it's so difficult, your brain is still thinking like that of a what? Youth, sending impulses, and then you really find it difficult to actually respond as you would have. So at heart, I still think of myself as a youth. Really, that's just the bottom line. And I align with the youth. I do a lot of things similar as a youth. When I relate with my children, still as a youth. And I don't think I will ever get tired of being a youth, even if I live up to 90 years. That's just what I do. And that's because the future is actually what? Everybody youth. And the future of our country is everybody youth. And when you look at the demography, more so, not only good demography in Africa and in this part of the world is what is a pyramid like this, and then you have the base constituting the youth, and that's about close to 40-50% of the total population, if not more than 60. So you constitute a very significant part of the population. And for a nation to grow, and that nation does not recognize the critical importance of youth, and not just recognize us by the word of mouth, and be intentional in engaging the youth, in developing the youth, then that nation is set for what? For a disaster. And that background is more or less to let you appreciate the context of why this program is coming up. Not just this program, why this particular government headed by Sanwo-Olu is actually focused on doing what? Developing the youth, of engaging the youth. 3 programs I know that I've participated in. This is the 3rd one from approvals from last year. We have the Ibile Youth Academy. We have the Youth Police Dialogue. I don't know how many of you will participate in the Youth Police Dialogue. And you will attest to the fact that, okay, that was something meaningful. And now we are looking at what? This topic is the Transformational Leadership Training. And that's just okay. Our youth cannot just, the Bible says, be renewed in your mind. You really cannot be transformed if you are not renewed in your mind. So this training that has been packaged, approved, and before that, let me tell you something. I can tell you this for free. 2 things for free. Many agencies, ministries did not receive approval. This is a program carried over from last year. Did not receive approval from the governor. And disproportionately, in the positive manner, in the North Ministry, youth programs receive the governor's approval because the governor is forever interested in youth. So, yes, I can tell you that for free. So, 3 programs were organized last year, and I'm sure some of you, and this is the 3rd one, were approved, and that is being completed. And it's more or less to say, okay, youth, you need to be empowered. You are all leaders in your own right. They say leaders of tomorrow. No, you are leaders of today. Whatever you do, whatever you project, and you are big influencers in the community. Don't let anybody despise you and say you are young. Many people are still looking up to you to say, okay, this is the way to go. Just as you are looking up to some other people. But many people are looking up to you, and then that is why, okay, and it's just for transformation. It's to say, okay, you are going to be transformed, young leaders, in engaging this in community development. Too many times we focus at the national level. Too many times we are focused on what? At the state level. Too many times we have neglected even the local government, and that's why we are here with it. And because we have neglected this thing, and the building block of a nation is still what? The family, and that family coalesce to form a what? A community. So for this, please, I want you to pay attention. What you are going to learn at this training for free again, that's the second fee that the governor approves so many things, disproportionately free in favor of the youth, is that if you are to register and make payment for this at Lagos Business School, it will cost you hundreds of thousands of naira to say that, okay, you will have what you are going to be taking through in the next 2 days. So I want you to pay attention, please. Pay serious attention. Participate. Question. There will be group work, there will be practical listening. There will be opportunities for the Q&A session. Please ask and then be participant and be active. At the end, by the time you leave here, you too, you know that, okay, you are a better person, you are a better equipped person, you are a better leader, and then you go back and influence not just your family but also your community. This is my prayer for you, this is my charge, and I'm sure that is what is going to happen. Welcome. Thank you. God bless you.
The representative of the Director of Social Work, Mr. Ibafido, Deputy Director in the department, another director in the Department of Youth and Social Development, present here, our consultant, retired but not tired, Dr. Lunge, our resource person, youthful leader or youthful leaders here representing IKORODU. Build the youth. This is just to a level. Are we tired? No. The fragrance in us, the seal in us, the youthfulness in us, I want us to display it today and now. Build the youth. Build the nation. I remain Saka Abdulatif, Director of Youth Development, Lagos State, standing in for the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, in person of Pharmacist Mrs. Toyin Oke Osoyintolu, the lover of youth, Mama Youth. I believe some of us have met her before. She has this passion for the youth. She's supposed to be here, and she's not here just because of you. Because of you, why? We have other youth programs coming up, and she has to step back to see that those things come to fruition. She cannot divide herself. So on that note, please help me give my permanent secretary a round of applause for the passion she has for thank you so much. She has a message for you concerning transformational leadership. She asked me to congratulate each and every one of you here today. And do you know why she's congratulating you? She said, many are called, but few are chosen. You know the process. When you are going through the process of being here today, you never knew you'd be here, right? But you are lucky to be here. Out of thousands that put in, is online something, right? But because you are here, more reason she said, I should congratulate you. Congratulations once and for all, once again. Please shake the person beside you and say congratulations. We are all leaders. Be you a student, be you a sister, a brother, you are a leader in one way or the other. The essence of this training is to take you from what you are now to a better leader. A better leader in the sense that you'll be able to represent effectively and efficiently. Yes, as a student, you are a leader. Take it or not, you could become a class rep. If you don't know how to lead your team very well, you'll be removed or you create crisis. As a brother, you have junior. If you don't know how to handle your junior very well, the family will be an issue. And from family, you graduate to the community. You be a youth leader in the community. If you don't know how to handle your community youth very well, you create crisis. A reasonable government who knows that the population of the youth in the state continue to grow day in, day out, will not fold his hands, knowing very well that the youth have a great role to play in the community. More reason why the state government is spending a lot of money on youth, so that tomorrow will be better for each and every one of us. From December to February, this will be the third youth program that the department is dashing out for the youth of Lagos State. If the governor and the minister are not passionate enough concerning the plight and the future of the youth, such a thing will not happen. So let us give a round of applause to the governor and the honorable commissioner. I want to see each and every one of us here. I said we are leaders, right? But as already said by the previous speakers, I want to see us coming here empty, but going out a better leader. Because you search for good resource people that are going to hold your mind better, so that by the time you leave here, you are not going to be what you are now, but a better leader. You are representing the community. Please, whatever you are taking out of fear, should not remain with you alone. Be an educator, a peer educator. Go back to the society, because the resources at our disposal cannot go around the whole youth in Lagos State. More reason will find you credible enough to be here, so that you represent us better when you go back to your community. Open your mind. This is going to be more of an interactive session. Contribute effectively to what is going to be discussed here. I want to tell you that we have capable hands and resource people that are going to take you on each aspect of life that will shape you better to become a transformed leader by the time you leave here. Thank you so much. On behalf of the Honorable Commissioner and the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Youth and Social Development, I declare this transformational training open. Thank
you. On behalf of my colleagues, that we are all here to benefit from this humble program. We appreciate Mr. Selebu, the Honorable Governor, Lagos State, our youth engineer, the Honorable Commissioner, Mr. IKORODU, the Director of Youth Affairs, Social Development, Mrs. Umar, and other facilitators that are here present, and those that will be coming here for today and tomorrow, that we appreciate your efforts for building the youth of Lagos. Most of us are not indigenous here, but there is no partiality. We are all benefiting from the programs being organized by the Lagos government. I've been able to benefit from the military academy training, from the police use dialogue, and this is the final one. And I hope that more of it we are coming that we are going to benefit from. Thank you very much. We will ever remain grateful for the opportunities the Lagos government has done for us. Thank you very much.
Now, technically, we've come to the end of the ceremony, but before I collapse this table, let's have a group photograph with the item.
So your task is to form a community, give the community a name, come with a mandate for the community, come with a project, a developmental project for the community, and at the same time you elect or select a leader. So I believe that you all have selected a leader, and your leader is representing you, I guess. Okay.
My name is Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. I'm from Dynamic Community. Our mandate is to make sure all child or children in our community are well educated, as stated in the SDG 4 of Lagos State, which is quality education. Our project is starting from street back to school, whereby we make sure all children from the age of 3 to 15 are educated in school. How do we go about it? We go out from our community to sort out for children who want to be in school but not in school. We fetch them, we make inquiries, and we gather them, we register them back to school through the help of SUBEB. As good as SUBEB is the primary, it is in charge of primary education in Lagos State. We register them back to school and we equip them with what they need for their education, like school bags, uniform, sandals, and not just that, but with effective textbooks and notebooks. And I think with that, we've been able to touch lives in our community, and which we will know for that every children in our community is educated, and not just educated, but quality education.
My name is Devlpomnt, representing Unity Community. Our mandate is to upskill life and to bring an impactful community. And to ensure this, we are looking at the aspect of technology. The community is supposed to be improved, and we need to consider that there is a factor that is trending in the world right now. And we have several individuals who are skilled in different fields of technology, which includes graphic designs, web designs, content creation, and other means that can help people to generate more income. In this aspect, we are going to be upscaling and encouraging young people from the age of 10 upward, for them to be able to be educated technologically. And when they have this skill, they can be able to make more money and as well transform these ideas into young people. In this way, we get to spread what we have as a community. In addition, we are going to be working with organizations like CCO. We are going to be working with Ministry of Youth and Social Development. We can have this kind of all to encourage people to bring them in. When we have said, we can work with this ministry, Ministry of Communication, provision of laptops and all of this. Just like the Senatorial Districts will help the street presently. This brings in people, young people to learn, and as a beneficiary, I can say that I've been productive and I'm also impacting life of people. And as such, I want to impact those that can impact others. That is the mandate of this community. Thank you.
I am Tijani representing the Achievers community, and our mandate is war against drug abuse. Statistics have shown that about 43% of young people in Lagos State abuse some kind of drug, not necessarily hard drugs, but other forms. So the way we'll be battling this is we are going to be working with working with the Ministry of Health, we're working with the Ministry of Youth and Sport Development, and we're working with young people to organize programs like roadwalks, to be organizing door-to-door campaigns, and we also plan on going to secondary schools in our community and trying to educate the young growing ones there on the dangers of drug abuse and how to Thank you very much.
My name is Senatorial Districts. The name of our group is Devlpomnt. And we are looking at a goal called SDGs. Sustainable Development Goals as IKORODU local governments. We believe that some environments here in IKORODU, they are not well clean the way it should be, which mosquitoes affect them and it leads to malaria. So what I and my group are presenting is the cleanness of the environment, and we are going to create an awareness so that the government can help us by providing mosquito nets, the malaria drugs. And again, we as a community, we are going to advise them on how they should be clean in their environment, in whatever they are using. Is it by the food they eat, or they should have a good environmental sanitation in their environment. So, while doing the awareness, we came up with a music like Imototo.
That two groups came having two representatives, male representatives, and the other two groups have just very. Another good thing is that we ended up having an album to color. So let's hear from our INEC, sorry. So why they're coming? Okay, sir, we can do that later. So you can just let us announce now. It will disrupt the activity. So we wait till May 29. All right. I welcome everyone. Now, let me tell you the reason why I came up with this. It's not part of the session. It is not. It is not. It's simply because of the question that was raised earlier by a young person. I don't know what was. I don't know who did, but I can't remember the person. Now, the person can tell me how much he can take away from this session. Because you can see how difficult it is or it can be to lead people. How many of you want to be leaders? Even after this exercise. I'm sure it's because the money involved is not high. The stake is not high. All of you, somebody will have fought to be the leader. Somebody will have fought to be the leader.
This one will now separate the boys from the men. We look at relevance of the mandates. Relevance of the mandate for the contemporary society that we have, and then we will respond on that. We look at the specificity of the mandate. Specificity of the mandate. Let me say, for example, dynamics. They said that they wanted to educate children, and specifically they mentioned SDG4. So it was specific. And Ududua, they said they wanted SDGs. They were not specific. No. The relevant SDG for what they chose was what? SDG 15 that dealt with the environment. They never told us about anything SDG 15. So I'm coming to that. Now, I'm just giving you a background. And then we look at what? Target groups, the target population. Did you mention the target population that okay, this project is out? We'll be looking at all of this. And then we look at what organizations did you say you were going to work to collaborate with, to work with. And then we look at what your methodology. And then we look at this is now the highest or separate the points from the education. In other words, executed this project. Are you going to cascade it? Are you going to replicate it so that from one generation, from one community and another, we can do so? And then we look at what impact. What impact has this project? What is it going to have on the people? And then we look at what again? The credibility of the presenter. When you say credibility of the presenter, is that this particular project, this thing I'm talking about, do I have the hands-on experience on it? Am I talking from experience, or am I talking from the experience of somebody that I know? So you can talk authoritatively and be seen to be credible. So these are the parameters that we use. Now, dynamic. So you can see INEC has done very well. Dynamic. Like I said, the first three parameters of the primary representative, community, and mandate. Now, to talk about how relevant is their mandate. He said all children in the community should be what? Educated. Is education not relevant? It's highly relevant. So their mandate is relevant. They mentioned the target. They mentioned they were very specific on the mandate. They mentioned SDG 4. And then the issue of target group. They mentioned the target group. And they said ages 3 to 15. They were very, very specific about the disease. And then methodology. They mentioned that okay, they will go through to bed, they will go through this thing, and then some of these they will buy equipment, bags, sandals, notebooks, and all of that. So and then they mentioned spread. And then they never mentioned the impact. What they all these things that they have done, they have not told us that okay, when you educate this community, then you know that okay, what will be the advantage, the impact of educating the community? That was not mentioned. The credibility of the presenter did not show credibility. In other words, when I say credibility, it has not said okay, I'm partaking in this kind of project, or I see someone who has partaken in this kind of project, and this is what he has done. Hold on. Now let me go back to unity. I'll tell you this one after the whole thing. Unity. Mandate, the presenter mentioned the name of the community was mentioned, unity, and then the mandate. The mandate, how relevant is the mandate relevance of the mandate? And what was their mandate? Upskill life through the use of what? IT. Is it relevant or not? What are we talking about? Can anybody, you are studying sociology, you are studying evolutionary, you are studying biochemistry, you are studying this thing, you better, it's good. University education is good as well, specifically. But you better come back to where? The Bitayewa is what? IT. Very, very relevant. They went off to tell us the scope of the training. They mentioned rapid design, web design, content design, and all of that. Very, very specific in detail. And then the target groups were identified. They said 10 years plus to be educated. And then what? The organizations will be partnered with. They mentioned the issue of youth and social development. They mentioned some medicine. And then they told us again, let me keep on looking at this. MDS, they mentioned their methodology, they mentioned it, and all the people no, I'm coming, where they now separated themselves from the back. They mentioned the impact. And then they told us that okay, these people will be able to learn then in living. And then they mentioned the fact that they will cascade this training, replication. And then the person who presented gave credibility that he is a product of it's not something that a potential job searcher, a potential employee, to a full-fledged employer. They mention all of those things. That's unity. Now, achiever. By now you are studying yourself. Achiever. Their mandate was for war against drug abuse. The presenters called the leaders. Boy, is it relevant or not? Very, very relevant. Now, the methodology. They said they will do roadworks, they will target secondary schools, they will work, and then the people they collaborate with, they will collaborate with Ministry of Health, and then they will NAFDAC. All of this were mentioned. And then the target. Sensitization of what? Young people. Young people who want to achieve that, okay, young people, it was not so specific, but at least since we are all youth, they know we know young people, so they scored on that. But they did not mention anything about the impact. What would have been the impact? You know, there are so many antisocial behaviors on account of what? On account of drug abuse, stealing, armed robbery, all of these things. If they are said, they could just have told us that will more or less bring down all of these things, and then what? The society will be better. They didn't mention impact. They didn't mention whether they will replicate it. They didn't mention credibility that okay, I will be involved in such a program that okay. Number 4, which is what? Oduduwa. Oduduwa came with a lot of razzmatazz. The project was clearly identified, and that is what? Cleanliness of the environment. And they mentioned that okay, it's in line with an SDG. In fact, they said SDGs, plural, and it was not specific. It's like okay, you wanted to implement all the SDGs. So, and some of the things, the methodology is that they will use mosquito nets, malaria drugs, and that they will do environmental cleanliness. All of those also are mentioned. And then there was what? An awareness, that they will create an awareness. They even went ahead to design a jingle so as to drive home and easy. So that is the market relevant? I want to say it's relevant because cleanliness, environmental sanitation is still a major issue with us in this society. The scope of the activity, they really didn't let us know so much about the scope. But organizations to be partnered with, they mentioned that there is no replication, nothing on impact. That okay, by the time we do all of this, the environment will be cleaner, people will live longer. These days that people are talking about cancer, there are a lot of cancers and all of these things that we are talking about actually as a result of what? The environment. And then you know, the money that you now spend on going to the hospital will now be ready for you for disposable income to now spend on yourself. And then you can now go. So a lot of impact coming from the environment is one of them was mentioned. And nothing was mentioned about the credibility of the presenter that have been involved in this kind of program, and it was wow. Nothing was mentioned about replication. So score. Everybody's passed. Everybody scored the minimum over this thing. So in order of from the bottom up, Oduduwa scored 5/10. Achiever scored 6/10. The Dynamic scored 7/10. And of course, the winner is was it scoring and was the ranking fair or not? No. Just I want us to see, was it fair or not?
I'm sure you all have learned one to the other. So you guys are going to get. I'm going to make you try it. Eh? Okay, that's why you tell me like. I mean, you get the drink, right? So it's about leadership. We're essentially just going to be breaking leadership down. But I'm going to be coming from the angle of what you call character, leadership character, and then what you call strategy, right? Okay, so let's do a practical demonstration. Are you with me? Are you all with me? You are pleaded, right? Okay. So there's a chair here, and there are 3 people to sit on the chair. What's your name? Toby, Stephen, Fuad. So there's 1 chair for 3 of you. I don't know, just somebody has to sit on the chair. No, let's start it. There's 1 chair for 3 of you, right? Somebody has to sit on the chair. I don't know how you guys are going to manage it, but somebody has to occupy that chair. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay, so this is interesting. Why do you have to sit on the chair? And why did you sit on the chair? So why didn't you ask them to sit on the chair? Okay, it's fine. So, okay, please clap for 3 of them. Right? There's no right or wrong, but I'm going to show you what we just did, in terms of leadership. So I think that if you ask me to choose who the leaders are here, I think the 2 of them are really good leaders. And so leadership is understanding that sometimes it comes to selflessness. So normally, what most of you that have done will be struggle for the chair. Most of you that wanted to struggle for the chair. But so that's what leadership is. Leadership is putting other people first. What did I say? So these 2 guys actually show that they can put the other guy first. They say, oh, no worry, you have it. They don't know if another chair will come for them. And they prefer to stand even if another chair doesn't come. But I think that's a practical lesson about leadership. Right? Are we together? We're not together. You are not together. Okay. So, but we're going to get there. I'm going to demonstrate it much better later. But that's a practical lesson about leadership. Are we together? Okay. Leadership. Please clap for them.
Alright, my name is Senatorial. It's been a very wonderful experience at the Transformational Leadership Training organized by the Ministry of Youth and Social Development and an initiative of the Lagos State Government. It's a very good one, having this kind of initiative for the youth of the state, because if we say the youth are the leaders of tomorrow, they need to be equipped so that when the tomorrow comes, they will have the well-to-do attitude to carry out whatever they are supposed to do as a leader when their time comes. So these are things that we have been talking about in the past few days. We had one at the Lagos West Senatorial Districts in Ikeja. We are here at IKORODU, we are going to have the next one at Lagos Island. So where we are going to be talking about leadership, personal leadership, self-awareness, leadership styles, emotional intelligence, different things that are necessary for them to be equipped to be able to handle the future they are going to lead. So I think it's a very good initiative by the Lagos State Government, and I will give kudos to the Ministry of Youth and Social Development for coming up with this idea.
Good afternoon, my name is Habibullah Arayemi, one of the attendees of the Transformational Leadership Training held in IKORODU. It was a privilege to be able to attend this program, where we are being taught different skills needed to explore capacity building skills as leadership. For today, we are able to learn some strategies needed for being a productive leader. Then we're able to learn also some of the skills needed for someone to be a leader, honesty, integrity, and so on. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Olubi Stephen Ayodele, one of the attendees of the Transformational Program held here at IKORODU. It is such an honor and a privilege to be here, to be able to learn on how to become a transformational leader and to be able to implement all the transformational skills that is expected of me in my community. I thank the Lagos State government, I thank Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, I thank the Commissioner Olusegun Daodu for this great opportunity for we the youth. Thank you so much. Build the youth, build the nation.
My name is Tijani Ruth, and I just attended the first day of the second edition of the Transformational Leaders Training. I feel like it is very nice that the Lagos State government is recognizing the need for youths to not just be leaders in their different capacities, but should also be leaders that can influence and cause change and make other people become leaders themselves. I want to say a very big thank you to the Lagos State government for organizing this program and for this amazing opportunity.